ToyTractorTimes.com is here at the 2014 St. Louis Farm Toy Show at the display contest. Chris Steeb has become a very familiar face in the farm toy hobby in the past year with some pretty big wins. And congratulations on winning another trophy today here at St. Louis, for first place in the adult division display contest.
Thank you. It was a good time, and it was sweet to do a three-peat right in a row.
And I think the neat thing is, it's something that I don't know if it's ever been done, but definitely not recently, is you're kind of the triple count winner.
First one.
Of the display contest at the National Farm Toy Show, where you won the gold trophy, first place in November, and then you won the Lafayette Toy Show display contest. And then today with the St. Louis Arch. So congratulations, definitely well deserved. And over the past year, we've kind of seen a cattle theme in your displays, and they've changed a little bit at each show.
Yeah, it's been improving. Some of the improvements to the auction yard from Nationals was we were able to get the inside detailed up. It's actually got some pins and a walkway now. The next step from there is, like I said, on this one, because like I said, most of you seen this at Nationals, is we have added, a lot of people in Nationals asked me where my cafe was. And so we have put a little restaurant on there now. So you got a place to get your coffee and stuff before you go to the auction.
Now, what's neat is that you've got the sign that lights up and telling people where to
find some good food to eat.
And we've seen a few of these on the Model Farm Monday on Toy Talk. People stopping at the cafe. And now, I think one of the neat things that we see in the inside of the cafe is that you've got the attic, and it's got even insulation in it, and that's definitely raising the bar of detail.
Ceiling fans and lights inside of it.
You did a good job. I didn't know you built this too.
Now, the new part of the display that wasn't at the National, it replaces kind of the countryside where the oil well was, is the farmstead, where we've got some cattle and hay equipment and some tillage equipment.
Yeah, Early Farms' original homestead would have been about 1901, right after the Oklahoma land run. It's cow-calf operation, got the sorting pins. All the pins are linked from the inside out, so you can completely spiral cattle through and work it. It's got a couple bull pins over here, got some young cow-calves. And then this would be, from here on out, would be the open where it goes into bigger pasture. Today what I've got them doing is we're sorting out some 600-pounders to ship to market. Got a few friends over to come in and help me get them all sorted out.
Now, how many head would this farm be raising, or acres is it covering?
It's actually, Oklahoma considers it a hobby farm. It's in two sections, which is just over 1,200 acres.
Okay.
By the way I had it laid out with my concept and lineup, just like the real one, it's roughly based after one of my college roommates' farms in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And they have about 600 acres that they till in wheat, and then 600 acres of pasture. One of the newer additions that Jay Kreiser helped me on the phone a whole lot, I actually tried my first scratch-built barn. He shipped me down the oak plank to get it done. The doors all work. This would have been the original horse barn. It's got some horse stalls and such on the inside and still saddles. They do keep a few horses around for working the cows, but mostly it's now become the hay equipment storage, because as all of us know in real life, the real new hay equipment is expensive. So getting it underneath, keeping it dry.
Yeah, I think some of the nice standout pieces here are these New Holland wheel rakes.
Yeah, Christian Oyster did those for me. He did a great job on those. The kicker wagons are Eric Peterson's. I put a rack on top of this one, but the running gears are all his.
And I thought that, is this a 4230 or a C90?
4230 case International, yeah.
The Westerndorf
loader on it,
loader.
yep.
It's really cool.
It's actually, and it is because they run that as their hay equipment tractor, or as one of the raking tractors as well. It is I made it so it is a quick attach loader. It's still got the guard on it when it's done.
That is a cool tractor.
That's one of the problems we've got in the hobby. We don't have a lot of good little utilities and more modern, type tractors to work.
And we have the famous cake truck.
We do have the cake truck, and he is under a cake feeder. Yeah, so that's how you would fill the cake. dumps straight in out of a special bin for it, fills it up, and he takes it out and feeds from there.
I see that we got a photographer here on the
Yeah,
display.
this is Jason Hazard is right in the way, taking his pictures, but he comes out with some great stuff.
And let's take a look at the barn through here. And what do you use for the roof here?
This is a JTT's corrugated plastic. It is painted in gray primer first, misted in silver paint, and then weathered out from there. I do want to give a shout out to Chris Delva. He has done a ton teaching me how to do weathering in the last year. That was a concept I wanted to go with this one, as I kind of wanted to go warm, making it look a little bit more realistic. If we all had our ways, our farms would be beautiful and brand new, and everything would be still red. But it's really not that way. Got the hayloft in here, and it opens up on this side so that you can feed down into the right into the horse.
I see you even got a pitchfork.
Yeah, got a pitchfork mounted on there. One of the neat, interesting pieces that I've only seen out west is the truck-mounted manure spreaders. I call this one my mater, like from cars, because it's got only one headlight. It's a special piece, but it still works, so they haven't decided to replace it yet.
And we've got some of the hay mowing equipment over here in the shed.
Yeah, got a little combination of both. The nice self-propelled New Holland by Randy Glick, and then this is a Gordy Schultz baler that then Christian Oyster took and detailed up a little bit more. And then that's one of Christian's New Holland disc binds.
That's a great mowing lineup, and got the bale elevator. And another standout barn here is the Quonset Hut.
Yeah, that was I actually got that one from on Toy Talk. He calls himself the Dogs, or the Dudes, something like that. Kenny out of South Carolina did that up. It's just made out of cardboard. It was pretty silver, and I made it look rough.
It looks realistic, just like the grain bins.
Yeah, another one of the standout pieces that everybody's in love with is that, as everybody has on the real farm, the junkyard behind the barn. Grandpa's old Dodge that got pushed back there, and now it's got scrap iron on it. Bale and wire, and the old milk and cans from the farm used to actually run Shorthorns and did some milk into their own.
And we've got a Belarus 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, that's actually doesn't belong on the display, but it is one of the pieces that I did as a joke on a bet to get a beautiful piece of co-op chisel plow over on the other corner from Chris.
Got to ask why duals on the front and singles on the back.
The reason I was told was because, like all Russian stuff, they like to swap parts from one thing to another, and the motor in this, and whether it's true or not, nobody blame me, but this is a story I was told. They use an engine out of a tank, and it just weighed so much. It didn't really have enough horsepower to justify duals, but the engine itself was so heavy, they put the dual on for flotation.
Well, that's a neat piece. And then we're going to come over here. We've got the shop.
Yeah, we got the shop, and then they got
like
barbecue
got
going on
barbecue.
again because we got a bunch of friends over. Another neat little one that people like on this is the fact that, these are those Rick's kits in HO, which come out to about 4,500 bushel in our scale. But I liked them because they're individual pieces, so I was able to actually weather up individual pieces like a lot of the bins get after a while. And just something different, like I said, it was a nice touch to go a little rusted.
And what model axle flow combines here in the shed?
1460 rear wheel assist. Tractor fab reel on it, one of Brian Long's augers into it, and then I did the detailing and the customizing and the rest of it.
And then we kind of move over here some of the bigger 4-wheel drives, and
yeah, they got 4894. I built that one. That's one of Christian Oyster's. Finish all on the back of it. One of the pieces I know you like is the beat up 2470 that it's got about.
Must have been the 4894 replaced this.
Yeah, probably
classic.
so. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someday it'll get back running again, but right now it's pretty well hurting.
That's a nice detail, though. And then we have very nice co-op.
Yeah, that's one of my new prides of my pieces is a nice co-op chisel plow or cultivator, depending on what part of the world you're in, I guess, instead of country, since we're in different countries. The Golembeski twins did up a nice little Glencoe soil saver for me.
Well, it's just an impressive display, and I just wanted to kind of, I guess, give an overshot of this part of it. And A little bit, a detail you shared last night was about the way you make this driveway here, the way it
Yeah,
cuts
that's
the
it.
dirt.
So actually what we do is you just use like the Woodland Scenics paving tape, put it down wherever you want it, then do your static grass over top, and as soon as it dries, you just pull it up, and it leaves the pattern wherever you wanted it to be. Kind of a neat thing I did on this one, because Sean Lockwood had one on his display that I really liked. I wanted to put a cedar post line in.
And then the last section, which we had seen before, is where the cattle move out to the feedlot.
Right, yep, is the feedlot section. It's pretty well set up exactly as it was at Nationals. That was how the guys wanted to see it set up again. Nice manure spreader from Gordy Schultz, my 7499.
Well, thank you for sharing this great display and the expanding interest in cattle in our hobby.
The next one, my goal is going to be basically from farm to plate is what I want to do with beef. So the next one's going to be a butcher shop with meat locker.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for showing this great display here.